and has also served on the board of the National Spinal Injuries Hospital. Gurucharan is still the chairman of the Sarova Group. The third founding member of the Sarova Group is businessman Mohinder Singh Vora, who at the time had a tire and bicycle dealership. Now, the story of the Sarova Group would not be complete without the formulation of its name, which is rather unique. The name Sarova is derived from the first two letters of the names of the wives of the three founder members of the Sarova Group. First up, the S.A. in Sarova was derived from Sawara Vora. She is the wife to Sarova chairman Gurucharan Singh Vora. Mrs. Sawara Vora is actively involved in her husband's charitable activities with the Kenya Paraplegic Organization. The R.O. in Sarova is derived from Rose Kariuki, wife to John Ngata Kariuki, of course the second founder. The Kariukis have set up the Ngata Children's Home in Kirinyaga County as part of their philanthropic activities. And finally, the V.A. in Sarova was derived from Varcha Vora, the wife to Mohinder Singh Vora. Very little is known about the Voras apart from their humanitarian activity through the Makindu Temple, where Mohinder chairs the committee. Let's now take a look at the Sarova Group's core business, which is the hotel and hospitality industry under the Sarova Hotels brand. The Sarova Group acquired its first hotel in 1974, as we told you earlier, which was the Ambassador Hotel. Then it was one of the most prestigious city hotels. In 1976, 2 years later, the group realized that the tourism had potential in the coastal region and set up the White Sands Hotel, which is to date one of the most prestigious holiday resorts, valued at over $100 million, which is slightly over 8.4 billion Kenya shillings. The third jewel in the Sarova crown is the New Stanley Hotel in Nairobi, in the Central Business District, which the Sarova Group acquired in 1978. The hotel is virtually a prime investment due to its location. The group's next investment was in 1984, setting up the Sarova Mara Camp in the world-renowned Masai Mara Game Reserve. And the Sarova Mara Camp is among the group's top revenue generators due to its popularity among game lovers. In 1987, after realizing the immense potential within the Rift Valley, the Sarova Group then acquired the Sarova Lion Hill Lodge within Lake Nakuru National Park due to its proximity to other attractions, including Hell's Gate, Lake Bogoria, and Lake Baringo. In 1989, the group set up the Sarova Shaba Lodge, near Isiolo town. Now, unlike its other investments, the Sarova Shaba was set up to cater to a different group of tourists, as it targets scientists and archaeologists due to its popularity among conservationists who are interested in the diverse species found within the reserve. The final acquisition by the Sarova Group was the Pan Afric Hotel in 1991 from Block Hotels, Sarova Group's second line of business in hotel management, where it manages the Sarova Taita Hills Game Lodge, which is a 28,000-acre private conservancy that was formerly part of the Hilton Hotels chain up until 2007. The Sarova Group also manages the Sarova Salt Lake Game Lodges in Savo West. Let's now take a look at the hotel's current ownership, begging a privately owned venture its own, with it's hard to establish that percentages each shareholder owns. While the Sarova Group is still owned by the families of the founding members, first up is the Gurucharan Singh Vora family, where the family patriarch Gurucharan Singh, currently serving as the group's chairman, and son Jaideep Vora is the managing director of the group and is actively involved in the hotel industry as the chairman of the Kenya Association of Hotel Keepers and Caterers. Second is John Ngatia Kariuki, the family, with the family patriarch and founding member John Kariuki seating on the board of the group as an executive board member, while his son Jimmy Kariuki is the marketing and sales director of the Sarova Group. The other founder member, whose family still holds a major stake in the Sarova Group, is the Mohinder Singh Vora. The family has largely stayed away from the public eye and little is known of their activities. Finally, there is the Mahendru family that remains a public enigma, with little or no mention of its activities or the name of its patriarch, so some mystery there. And let's now shift to the wider hospitality industry and take a look at Sarova Group's competitors, who include Serena Hotels, which rivals the Sarova Group in almost every major tourism stronghold in the country and is associated with the Aga Khan Group and is listed on the Nairobi Securities Exchange. Serena also has the additional advantage of a wider East African footprint, with hotels in Uganda, Tanzania, Zanzibar, and Rwanda. Also among its competitors is the Intercontinental Hotel, which is an offshoot of the Intercontinental Hotels Group listed on the London Stock Exchange. Hilton Hotel is also a key rival, with Sarova having taken over the management of Sarova Taita Hills and from Hilton Hotels in 2007. And finally, we take a look at the local tourism sector, which contributes about 3.34% of the country's GDP, with earnings running just short of the 100 billion shilling mark. The sector was, however, hard hit last year due to political risk factors, as well as terrorism attacks in the coastal region, a factor that saw tourism earning deep to 96 billion shillings last year, as compared to 97 billion shillings in 2011. The sector is, however, expected to make a recovery this year following the peaceful conclusion of the elections in March this year, though earnings from the first quarter of the year were affected by the electioneering period. That's a look at who owns Kenya. Some very interesting facts there. Michael Kenya, I guess you can start making your book